What's up, YouTube? I'm back. And tonight we got another big time interview. We got my main man, Bigdawg, Gus. And y'all remember that's the guy I did that one amazing custom for. Let him introduce himself. Let him take the flow from here.
Lonzo, I appreciate you having me, man. And it's been a few people that have opened their arms up, to everyone in this community. You've been one of them. All right.
Thank
So my name is Gus Bigdawg Felder, born and raised in North Philly. I've been blessed to coach and play football at every level. I'm currently now the executive director of player development for the University of Nebraska. I'm living in Lincoln, Nebraska, first time this far out. And I like to I'm a published author. I write about mental health and about leadership and about building one's mind. And the only way to get that done is have hobbies outside of your work. My work doesn't consume me. None of my degrees consume me. That's what I do. That's not who I am. I am a GI Joe collector, man. And I found y'all, stumbled across your page. Actually, I went to Facebook and I said, hey, I need somebody to customize me a figure.
Mm-hmm.
And you were recommended. You and another guy named Zach Barton is here in Lincoln, Nebraska, but you were recommended by everyone that I knew from all over the GI Joe classified customization community. So it's a blessing to be here, and I'm excited to get this done, man.
All right, appreciate it. I'm glad having you, man. And I remember how I met you, ran across you. You had that real nice picture. And I said, man, I would love to do that figure, but the way my mind works, I actually see things differently. And so I'm like, it's like whenever I see those pictures, those AI pictures, I want to verse those AI pictures. And it was a good all around good deal, man. And actually, out of all the customers, I'm gonna put this out there now. Out of all the customers I've done, it's been a few that I just didn't want to let go. And that's one of the figures I didn't want to let go. I really, because it fit perfect in my universe. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't let that figure go, man. I was like, but you're in my Joe universe now.
That's what I'm about to say. You took the words out of my mouth. Now I'm a part of your universe, man. Like I said, I appreciate you for welcoming me in. And it's been a blessing, man, to find. I didn't think they was going to send me a brother. When everybody kept saying, Lonzo, the crazy part is I was watching your YouTube videos before I got a chance to get connected with you. Before someone mentioned your name to me, I was already watching your YouTube. I was like, man, this dude is dope, man. I got to get a hold of him. But I just dragged my leg on it. But then I went to Facebook, that one classified 2.0 group, and I dropped it in there, and your name was I'm like, wait a minute, that name sounds familiar. And here it is. I've been watching your videos the whole time already, and we got connected. God don't make no mistakes when He connects His people. I'm a strong spiritual guy. He doesn't make any mistakes when He connects His people, and it was supposed to happen that we met. So I'm appreciative.
Like I said, I had and I enjoyed that figure. Like I said, let's get to these questions though.
Let's get it.
What pulled you back into collecting action figures?
Action figures. So I've been collecting Lego for a long time. Everybody know me as, Big Bricks. I have a YouTube page called Big Brick 72, Big Block 72. I've been doing YouTube for 18 years. I've done YouTube for, every hobby or anything that I've done in my life. I've been using YouTube to show it off. My family, my books, my Lego collection, my cars, anything that I have you have to live life. And YouTube is a great platform. And I just celebrated my 18th year on YouTube, but Lego was a long time, collecting Lego for a long time. But over the years, like the people in Lego community, their egos are unbelievable. And then I'm being real. I'm always keeping real. One thing I know about Gus will always tell you the truth. The egos are unbelievable. Like here I am. I'm blessed tremendously. I done played in the NFL, coaching in the NFL. I know superstars all over the world. I mentor them. I fly out with them. I do their contracts with them. And their egos not even close to the egos I was running to in that Lego community. And then I have a biracial family, but Lego only supports and targets certain people. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna just keep on saying they try to put me in the Lego Masters TV show and all that stuff, but it was only because of what I did, not because of who I was. And once I got behind the scenes and figured what was going on, I just got bored with Lego. I'm sitting out front. I always pass out candy on Halloween. I was sitting out front October 31st, scrolling through, just looking through Amazon, and Heavy Duty popped up. I'm like, yo, this thing is crazy. And I knew, and I always loved G.I. Joe.
Mhm.
My brothers and I had G.I. Joe for a long time back in the 80s. I'm born in 78. So that was my thing. Every Christmas, get me some G.I. Joe. That's all I wanted with G.I. Joe. But then as I scroll, seeing that Heavy Duty figure, I'm like, yo, hold up. My mindset was I'm about to get all the black GI. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was something real, something, I just haven't, I've been out of the loop and collecting GI Joe because I was so stuck on Lego. I was so proud of my Lego collection, having every set, having people send me Lego from all over the world. And my Lego just sat for years. They're just sitting. I'm not building as much as I want to, much as I would like to, because if you go build a Lego set, you're gonna be sitting there for 2 or 3 hours. And I like to gather my mind, but there's other stuff I want to do. So I got bored with Lego. I got tired of it. I still got a bunch over there. My grandson loves it. They like it's a good display piece when they walk in really big sets. But man, these G.I. Joe action figures, man. After I got one, and I got him in the mail, then I got Road Pig. That was my favorite G.I. Joe. But Road Pig and Snake Eyes were my two favorite. Any G.I. Joe that was big and had, it was muscular, they were my favorite ones. And once one came in the mail, like, oh man. Then another one came in the mail, and I just started. I just went. I took a deep dive into it, and it's a local toy store here in Lincoln, Nebraska, called Toys from the Past. My wife called when we first moved in 2023 to I want to get rid of all my Lego. I want to get rid of all of it. You come get it all, but I never made the connection. After doing some community service work around Lincoln, I got connected with Mike, the owner of Toys from the Past, but I never put two and two together that he's the guy that my wife called to come look at my Lego set, to come get everything. So I said, Mike, man, you ever heard of G.I. Joe Classified? Because I'm out of the loop. It's been out for since 2020. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm new to it. I'm thinking it's something new that just came out. He said, yeah, I have all that. So I went to a shop. I said, I want one of everything. Just give me one of everything you got. So that's how I got most of my collection right there from Mike over at Toys from the Past in Lincoln, Nebraska. And then some of them from Facebook Market, and then some of them from just people in New York and Philadelphia that live in Clip. But then once I got them, I had it completed. You can't stop halfway through. Yeah, now I moved on to the G.I. Joe 25th, it's 25th anniversary. Then it's the 50th anniversary. Then it's the Rise of Cobra. So it's so many different lines that I'm going after. I'm going to get. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. I know I talk a lot. It's fun, and if you don't know, who you are, the world will make you what you want to be. And I know that I'm great at my job. I love what I do. But at the same time, I have a life outside of that, and I have no problem displaying it and showing off to the world.
Yeah. That builds it to the next question. Seemed like you ran back into it. What's the similarity? You're a college football coach. What's the similarity of coaching and building a G.I. Joe collection? Because you build a pretty good builder as far as G.I. Joe collection, about what I've seen. What's the similarities?
For me, it's about the similarities I can think of. That's a great question. Something I can think of is just about once you start something, you finish it. That's the thing. And a lot of people in life will start something, will have ideas, but we don't do anything to finish it or complete it. And then you don't finish it in a race. I went to that store and asked for them all because I felt like this. If I went and just got 2 or 3 of them, I knew I was going to like when I went back to the store the next day, they're probably going to be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So get them all, just rip the bandit off, get them all now because I don't want to keep chasing these things around. So the biggest thing I can compare them to is just being, just finishing stuff. We start stuff in life, we don't finish it. We all have all these ideas and thoughts, but we don't put no action behind it. I had an idea and a thought that I wanted to collect G.I. Joe sitting outside handing out Halloween candy. I did some research. I watched some YouTube videos, took a deep dive in YouTube video. I was like, you know what? I like that. My grandson will like it. It's an easy piece for me to talk. And a lot of my stuff, my hobbies I do, it connects me to other people. It connects me to you. You see what I'm saying? So I have players, they was over here just yesterday for my daughter's birthday party, and they're all out here just going through they're going through the G.I. Joe collection. I went back to work today. One of our offensive tackle, he done brought 3 of them already. I said, man, don't go down the strip now. Don't go down this hole,
I've been trying to tell him.
Now he spent all damn. This is a kid that just transferred into us. He's new to the school. He's new to the area. And we're always trying to find a way to connect to these guys so we can find ways to help them out. We spent 4 hours in my office this morning just talking about G.I. Joe, talking about family, talking about his life, his kids. And he went through a deep dive watching my grandson. But it's been my birthday. Coach, I love how you are with your family. I want that. And that's it. G.I. Joe has allowed me to connect with this young man. And now we're going to be locked in for life because of a hobby and a like and interest. So back to the question is, finish what you start.
Okay,
Those are
that's
the
a perfect
collections.
answer. You answered that perfectly. Okay, what was the very first GI Joe you bought when you started back? The very first one.
It was the heavy duty. It was heavy duty classified, and I opened them up right away, and he had all the equipment, all the gear, and then I started remembering, like, damn, we got Roadblock out there. I had a refrigerator Perry, something I got to go find him. So I went looking through my boxes. I found my old 19, the old refrigerator Perry.
Mhm.
I found my Sergeant Slaughter. I left those alone because I was so stuck on classified. So I just started researching, looking for every single, African American or Black American GI Joe figure I can find. That's what I started with when I got all the brothers. I went and get every single one of them, and then with that big lot that I got from Torch from the Past had just about everything in there.
That's crazy. That's how it be, man. When you get into them figures, man, it's just like that. I know you're a family man, just like I am. I'm a family
Yeah.
man too. And how is it? How did your family look at you collecting figures? Do they embrace it? Do they look at you like you're crazy?
No, you'll see over time when I'm starting doing. Look at all my YouTube videos. My family
Yeah, I know.
they're into everything that I do. Like it's like I got five girls and one son. So my daughters, one is 28, my oldest is 28, my other one just turned 22. They're fussing yesterday about who's going to be in the next video with me. We love it. That's what we do. Like, we have a great time with it. When they come into the garage or into the living room, I have displays there in the different areas of my house.
Just like me.
They're taking their friends around, looking at them, displaying them.
Yeah.
Hey, don't touch, that's my dad's, and they're picking. This is my favorite one, and so they love it. Anything that and having a family that supports you is big, because
Yes, it is.
It's hard to raise a family already. They don't expect us to raise a family. Most men, especially a Black American man, to do what we're doing. But at the same time, it's a legacy we're building. My grandson loves it. I got 2 grandkids. They love watching us do this, and it gets us to spend time with each other. For Christmas, I know what I'm getting for Christmas every year. I know, like only time I have doubles of any action figure. Like this past Christmas, I got so many different action figures. So in the box I sent you had one of the extra ones I got. Because they'll just buy it. So don't worry about it. Just get whatever you want to get me. If it's not for me, it'll be for somebody else. But but they know to get me GI Joe now. It used to be Lego, now it's GI Joe.
That's cool, man. I know you're a football coach, and I was an athlete too, and I know how it is. So I know you having long hours, you practicing hard, a lot of long hours and everything. Do you use your collection to escape the reality of life and decompress the stresses of the game and all that? Do you use your collection for that?
Yes, I use my hobby, all my hobbies, I read a book a few years back by Ryan Holiday called Stillness is the Key. And your stillness is anything that takes you away from what you're doing that you're not getting paid to do. So you can go back to do what you want to do. So by stillness, when I come out here in my garage, now is working on GI Joe. They call it kit bash. I'm learning all the lingo too. It's called kit bash, and so I'm taking some guys, switched them up. So I took my whole Tiger Force collection, and I was kit bashing all of them together to make them like a real elite Tiger Force scheme. So so that for that little bit of time that I'm in here doing this, I then came up with ideas for an online course that I'm gonna do. I came up with ideas for just writing new books. I love to write. I love to read. So that little hour and a half, I put a timer off of that I do. So I'm not just in here all day. I do put limits on myself. So I set myself an hour, 30 minutes to an hour to come in here to get away from everything else. And just, like I said, be by myself and decompress from everything else. You have to have stillness, because with that stillness, what it allows you to go back to do what you do even more. So your time alone, if it's in the bathroom somewhere, if it's praying somewhere, if it's in your car driving home with no music on, just constantly thinking, that's your stillness, and you're thinking about how you're going to customize something. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use your brain and create. And so yes, my hobby collection, my GI Joe collection, I journal. So my time away from it. So this is everything I do, I write. So I have this book right here is just dedicated to just writing down GI Joe action figures I got to get, which ones I need, where I'm going to go get them from, where they're selling them at, every action figure I can think of. Right now, this is the 25th anniversary line. And you'll see me just going through page after page, highlighting them and detailing them, which ones I need to collect and get. It's that serious to me. And I did the same thing for Lego. If I go back here, a while back. Did the same thing for Lego. It doesn't stop for me though. So me writing my stuff down and processing and thinking about it is my away from work, my get away from work and come back to it and be great at it.
Wow. And see, this is why I like doing these interviews. Man, you have so much similarities. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I like to write. You probably have seen some of the stuff I wrote about my maroons and stuff. And I used to write down all the custom figures I want to make. And you'd be surprised. That's what I was doing. And now, as far as the timer, I don't put a timer on myself. This is what I do. My ritual on Thursday nights. Thursday nights. I put the fam to sleep. My girl, spend some time with her. Put the babies to sleep. Make sure everybody's good. And at night, that's when I have all the time to myself to do all my customizing. And sometimes, man, I'll stay up from 6 the next morning. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's why you need a timer. But I give myself, I gotta be in the bed. You gotta be showering in the bed by 2 a.m. That's my mark. And I'm just going, so you're right on track with it. And that's the thing. Like a lot of the great leaders of the world, great commanders of armies, they all journaled and wrote. You know what I'm saying? You want to learn so much, read from dead people, learn about dead people. All those guys before this, Marcus Aurelius, Martin Luther King, all those guys wrote, they write. And every book that I publish, I'm not trying to plug myself, every book that I publish and put out, I leave a section after every chapter where the reader can reflect on what they just learned about. So every book I have will give you line pages in the book where you can just go ahead, dive in and read, you write and you reflect, or you read, reflect, and you write. And that's something huge for us to do because most people in the world, they hold so much stuff in. They don't have nowhere to go. Writing it down is decompressing.
Yes, it is. Decompress.
And then what you do is you're putting action to it. You're going and you're building and creating. It's
because I was into those maroons and stuff because I like history, right? And I've always I just draw and I make those figures, those maroon figures. Now think about it. At one point, I had all these characters just in my head, and I had to get them out of my head. So I was making them, right? And you've probably seen I'm making the figures, but they're still in my head. They're still in my head. I done made like 80 figures of maroons and stuff like that, but some of them I just haven't showed, but I have. And they're in my head, the characters. And it's like they're begging to be alive. So I did what you did there. I started writing their bios and all that, and then I could let the character be alive and flow. So that you're telling that is the truth. You have to write. You have to write is something else, man. I have a friend that's a big writer. He writes a lot. You're right.
Tell everybody, you want to hide something from a man or anybody in the world, you just put it in the book. So, but that's you're doing it right with the timers. For me, it just gives me a chance to do other things. You understand what I'm saying? So my end of the night, after we get done this, I've been out here for a little bit. I just drove back in, had to pick up one of my former players. His name is PJ Walker. He played 9 years in the NFL. He's coming to visit me and shadowed me for a week. He's making the transition out of football into the world that I'm in. Yeah. But when I get done this, I'm gonna go by my deck and I'm gonna light me a stogie and read a little bit.
I know with that, man. That's crazy. Now you mentioned that you're messing with the 3 3/4 too.
Yes.
Doing the 3 and 3.
Yeah.
So my part, I did the 3 3/4. You see some of my videos back in the day. Yeah. I had a mean, vicious 3 3/4 set, but I got rid of the 3 3/4 and I dived into classifieds. So my question to you is, and I did both, which one do you think is more funner?
Oh, so they're different in their own way. So I like the 3 3/4, the smaller ones, especially the modern ones, because I'm sitting here watching these cartoons and teaching my grandson about the cartoons, and then we get to grab some of these figures. And I have quite a few of the real American Hero, G.I. Joe. I'm not really. I'm not really pushing for the retro old stuff. I really like the modern Joe. Yeah, now I see where Classified are getting their ideas from. Classified, because some of the Classified figures are just remakes of the 25th and 50th and 30th anniversary figures. I just like them. I like the detail and the artwork in them. I like the detail, the variety, and what they can do with the face sculpts and I don't know. And the biggest reason why I went to that is it's a funny story, man. I went antiquing with my wife earlier in mid-February, and I found a bag. In the antique store was a bag of just mixed action figure parts for $25. And I put a video up. You wouldn't believe the action figures I found on there. I found a straight arm Snake Eyes, one of the original ones. I found Deathstroke in there. They're all broken up. So I got some went to Amazon and brought some rubber bands and cleaned them all up and got some new screws and put them back together. And I said, let me start. And I started researching. Get off your phone. I started researching. Yeah. And I came across the 25th anniversary. I'm like, yo, these things are fire. Like these things are, they look way better than the real American Heroes. They're like a smaller version of the Classified. And Classified, they're taking so long to keep dropping them. Everybody recently these AI photos getting me excited. So I got a whole lot to collect. So I just went back and just started going for the older ones, and I like them, you know. Yeah. But I feel crazy because all these years I was in a box. I had no idea. Listen to me. I had no idea these things existed. And I remember seeing them, you know, going through Walmart and Target. I'm just thinking that's probably fake G.I. Joe. I had some Fun School action figures from G.I. Joe, and they're real G.I. Joe. They're just a different line. I'm learning. And once again, I'm learning. You never stop learning. I'm learning as I'm going, and I enjoy it. It's fun. It's fun writing this stuff down. It's fun finding out new things. I'm like, what does ROC mean? Oh, Rise of Cobra. All right, here we go. All right, I'm learning all these new lingo, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm happy. I made my own Dreadnoughts, 25th, my 3 3/4, 25th for Shoot the Cobra, and I made like 50 custom Dreadnoughts. I'll send you some pictures of them. And then
they
stopped the Pursuit of Cobra. They stopped doing the Pursuit of Cobra. I liked that Pursuit of Cobra line so much. I started making my own G.I. Joe 3 3/4 Pursuit of Cobra figures to continue the line. And I'll send you some pictures of, because I'm actually thinking about getting rid of them because I need to put more 6-inch.
Oh, well, we might have to work something out, big dog. And I told you this a long time ago. The stuff that you do, art is so special. God gives everybody different talents and gifts, man. And the talent that you have to take these figures and come up with the designs and the time you put into it blows my mind that somebody from Hasbro or either or any Valorverse, none of these guys have reached out to you. Like I'm in athletics. I watch my guys walk into a place and they're a construction engineer major, and next you know they got a deal with Home Depot. That's that easy and fast. So we got to find a way for this thing that we got to hashtag you and Hasbro. There's no way with your talent you have, they're not bringing you into the studio and picking your brain and helping you create these action figures. And you're doing it by hand. Everybody else is using 3D printers.
Yeah, I'm finna jump into the 3D printer stuff though.
You know what I'm saying? But remember I told you this a long time ago. I said I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna keep talking about you and keep showing. I know enough people in the world, guys, best from to know some people, they know me. There's no way that Hasbro and these companies can bring you in, or you ain't jump on and you start your own because you're doing better stuff than they do.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I am trying to start my own with my maroon situation, my maroon stories, because those maroon stories are our stories, like maroon. And those characters that I'm talking about in some of my writing, those are real characters. Those people actually walk the earth. They're almost like superheroes. Yeah. And for the maroons, I get kind of excited when I start talking about this stuff. But
go for it.
Those maroons, they really walk the earth, some of those characters, so like I'm implementing like real hardcore like robots and all that because they was far-fetched, advanced for that time. They were whooping the British, they were whooping everybody. I mean, they was really hammering folks with little to no resources. So if they would have kept that going, they would have been G.I. Joe, no hands down, or better. 100%. So that's why I'm sticking with my maroons, and I believe it. I mean, this is not a maroon shirt. This is a Grim Viper shirt, but maroons, the maroons that didn't want to be maroons, this has happened in history. I just threw them over to Cobra and made them Grim Vipers. But I'm really that shirt. Yeah, I pretty much make all my own clothes now, man.
I know. I watched the last one.
You have a maroon shirt after this interview.
That's outstanding, man. I'm telling you that shirt alone, like you're like we have so many talents, man. We got to find a way. You have to take the stuff you have and bring in passive income. So it's the way you do it. It's the way of life. How all those guys, it's all the billionaires and millionaires did it. But no, you got a good niche, man. You got to keep riding with it.
Yeah. So doing the collecting, searching for the collecting, and hunting like you was doing, what was your hardest figure to hunt down and get?
The number 31, the Zartan.
The
The
last dude I
Zartan.
ever said that. Yeah.
Zartan. And another one too is number 28 Roadblock, the heavy artillery.
Mm.
Hard, man. And it's hard. And I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what makes them things so why they put the prices with it now. With the 50th anniversary, using my I just found a great shop. I'm gonna shout them out again. They're called One Stop GI Joe Shop. One Stop GI Joe Shop. And I've been looking around for this shooter in the 25th anniversary, in the 50th anniversary 3 1/4 size, and he finally found one for me, and I got all three in a box set for about $70. Everybody else wanted $125, $110, something. You know what I mean? Because you have, I'm not just going to blow the money on somebody I know it shouldn't cost that much, so I'll wait them out. That's the hardest thing I'll get them is that some of these scalpers are just unbelievable. That's why I got it from Lego. I got it from Lego. I'm like, these scalpers are getting ridiculous. They'll go to the store and buy everything up. You got to stay up all night trying to click the link to get a figure. I won't, just like my man said last night, Phil, I will not pre-order anything. All right. Now, the pre-orders I did get, my daughter's pre-order. I told her, I said, don't ever pre-order again. I don't. They'll be around. They will pop up. But no, that Zartan and heavy artillery was the hard ones to find.
Yeah, that's crazy. The hardest one for me to find was when that Serpentor when he first came out. My brother blessed me with that, but that was the hard one.
Nice.
Yeah, my brother,
I found on Facebook, I found Chuckles for about $35. I thought it was fake. I was like, man, Lord, please it to be a real deal. I paid the guy. I said, please let it be.
I had made my own Chuckles. I didn't get there when I made my own. Yeah, I didn't like it as a kid. I just didn't like the color of his shirt as a kid. And then, I wanted my Chuckles to be big, and I don't know if you've seen him. I'll send you a picture. So you remember when we was a kid, he caught the rocket and threw all that crazy stuff. So I always wanted my Chuckles to be big. So I made my Chuckles kind of big. I'll shoot you a picture of them.
Yeah, I seen him. I seen your Chuckles. Man, look, I done took a deep dive on all your videos, Big Dog. This was before I found out who you were through Facebook. I took a deep dive, and like I said, once I get into something, my wife knows it. She said, she knew it like months. But back around, she said, I know what you're doing because I'm constantly watching videos. I'm writing notes. I'm writing down action figures. I'm writing down terms. And she said, I knew it. She just knew. She knew it. Once I started watching, I'm on it.
So you also mentor young athletes and stuff.
Yes.
And mentoring young athletes, what are some of the lessons that you took from collecting and mentoring the young athletes? What are some of the lessons?
The biggest lesson I can talk about is just being persistent. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I take time out of my day every day just to reflect and gather myself I do it through action figures, through GI Joe action figures to be exact. And when you're dealing with people, I like to say people because what my work exactly is like, I don't coach in the field anymore. All right. Yeah. I was a strength coach for a long time at the University of Miami, Carolina Panthers, Penn State University, University of Georgia. Now I spend more time just helping our guys master their minds, learn who they are, find their life outside of football. So I get to have that chance to being persistent and being present. And so those are two lessons I can say, to get them because you people have their collection, but they're not present with them. They don't do anything. They just want to hoard them, and then tell about it. I open my boxes up. I have to because my grandson gonna make me do it. We open our boxes up, we display them, we put them out. My grandson got some on the floor in there. I just don't give them all little weapons. I don't want to mess them up, but they play with them. He wrestle with them, and then persistent with it. Just constantly pursuing it and keep getting it done. Having and persistence takes some time to get it done. You just have to go. Take your time, be patient with it. The right figures show up, the right prices show up, and don't let anyone force you to do something you don't want to do because you're in a rush. Now, like I said, I wouldn't got that big lot right at the beginning because I didn't want to miss out on missing the action figure once I learned about it, getting how hard so many things were to get. So persistence is the biggest thing, and being present.
I don't know. I know you got all the hash labs. Which hash lab you think is the best?
I like that dragonfly kind of fire. That's what you're talking about, right? The big ones, the dragonfly. I like that. The hiss is good, but see the hiss, like the back compartment inside of it, I have mine set up there. Like I
Yeah.
had, like you the three figures. I want to put the guy on the inside of it, and he can't. The chair falls out every single time.
Mm.
The way I got my Dragonfly displayed up inside the living room. So I got those cases you have there, the black ones behind, the glass ones behind there. But I got corner ones, and on top of that, it just looks so clean up there, man. So I like that Dragonfly. Plus, you know what I'm saying? Wild Bill's the man with his 2 revolvers, like that just him always coming to save the day. So yeah.
Yeah. So you have some in the living room too, right?
Yes.
I got 6 or 5 cases in the living room. And when people come over, they're like, you know what I'm saying? They take and they're like so amazed, man, when they come in. And it is crazy, and they go crazy. And sometimes you'd be surprised if people, like you said, the student that you had came over, and you'd be surprised how some of the people just go crazy over the figures.
They go crazy over it. The UPS driver, they open the door. When you open the door, you can see one in the corner have it lit up. And like for Black History Month, I put all of the brothers up top, put them all up there, displayed them all. And now up top, I have the original Joes up there. So this thing is so endless because you can always switch it up and have your own adventure back like you did back in the day, mix them around. And my grandson, I come and like, hey, Papa, what we gonna do now? Well, let's do another shelf. Like, okay, go grab the ones you want. Let's put them out here. He did the bottom shelf. He's shorter. Every day, it is just so much. Now I'm creating memories with my grandson from these action figures today that they'll last. It's all about leaving a legacy, even with my writings, my YouTube videos, my work in athletics. Like I'm leaving a legacy. I'm doing something positive.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually had that as a question too.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually had that as a question about the legacy. See what I got a little son because I got kids. My age bracket with my kids are 24. I got them 24, 19, 17, 9, and then I had 3 and 2. And that 3-year-old boy mimics everything I do. I have to be in his life. If I wasn't in his life, he'd be mimicking his mother. That's bad. We done seen how that comes out. But he mimics everything that I do. He sits at that when I do my customs. I have a picture of him acting like he's doing customs. He's 3 years old. He takes apart all his toys like he see me do it. Yep. And when I'm doing these videos, I have to make sure he's asleep. Because when we did the summit, he just wanted to be in here so bad, and he couldn't be in here. And I felt so sorry for him. Yeah. But I know how those kids is. Sometimes those little guys, man, they just want to mimic you, man. And as a family man, I noticed that like my oldest son, he's 24, and with the coaching, I feel like a coach with him because when he calls, his coach dad kicks in. When he was a little. Yep. Like Coach Dad, it's some situation he's in on his job because he's a manager on his job, and I'm so proud of him, man. I'm so proud of all my kids. My oldest son, he turned out perfect. I raised him great. He's everything I could ever wanted in the son, but he calls wanting that coaching from dad. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, if I'm at work, if I'm building a machine because I'm a machinist, I'm building a machine. I drop everything. I got Coach Dad for the kick in.
Wow. So that's it. That's what it's about. It's like everything that we went through and everything you went through in your life. Yeah. God gave you all that so you can give back to your kids. That's what it's about. And that's the legacy you can leave behind. So like they're watching us more than they hear us. And I always tell them that if a kid or anyone's asking questions, don't shush them. Don't stop their learning. They're asking questions because they want to grow. And too many times we'll get a kid that's asking questions. We're going to quiet them down. I want my grandson. You'll watch. I have a video dropping tomorrow at 8 a.m. with my grandson who's back from he was a little cold. He had a little flu, but he's back in the video. His personality jumps through the screen, just and the stuff that he's saying and doing. I'm not coaching him on anything. I'm like, man, you watch that show, like these kids say the darndest things, or Steve Harvey's Big Shot. I'm like, this kid has so much personality. It's unbelievable. So let these kids, because when he's watching me, I'm talking about the G.I. Joe. He's mimicking me. He's doing it. I remember we used to go to church when my son is 17 now. I used to be in the back, working, and working the camera in the church. My son's doing everything I'm doing. And now my son's, he's about to start his senior year. He loves the Lord. He's a respectful young man. My oldest daughter's 20. She's married. My kids. It's a blessing We work as hard as we work to change our kids' lives so they don't have to live the way we live.
Hey,
I grew up in
man.
North Philly. North Philly, and I'm proud of where I come from. They call me the motivation. I love that. But in the day, I say I'm not the motivation. I had the same opportunities you had. I just took advantage of them. God didn't make any mistakes when He gave us our paths to get stuff done. You had the same opportunity to get stuff done with them. So my kids and myself, I can honestly say that it's like we'll never go back to live the way I live ever. Growing up, that's through the grace of God, you know.
I just said that something like that to my girl. We was talking about that. Like I grew up West Side Chicago. It was funny. I told this story. This is how I lost. I don't know what happened with my toys, but at one point in my life, me and Phil was talking about this. We were living in a nice neighborhood. We was going to Catholic schools. Something happened, and if I could probably deeply remember, I probably can remember it. But something happened, and we ended up moving on the west side of Chicago, and it was the trenches. I mean, it was probably it was the trenches. It was definitely the trenches, and that molded me a certain kind of way. But it was a good, it helped me later on in life. Like you said, God didn't make no mistakes.
I wouldn't change anything that happened in my life.
I was just going to say that I couldn't imagine being raised any other way.
Yep.
And it molded me to be.
We're sitting here blessing the community. People's going to watch this. Kids going to see this. Once you post, they're going to see this forever until YouTube or the world shuts down, and they're going to get that advice. Like it ain't how you start. It's how you finish. And when you're going through the fire, that's just the fire is molding you. It's molding you. It's molding to be who you're going to be. Anything rough you're going through, that's just shaping you. It's getting you ready for what God has for you next, and it's going to be a blessing. Like I said, we're sitting here having this conversation. We've never met in person. We've talked, and we're friends now for life. We connected with Gus for life, and that all happened through G.I. Joe action figures.
Oh yeah, I made a video about that. I made a video saying that it's crazy the camaraderie through these jokes. I got some friends, man, I met through these figures. We're like locked in friends for life. And I got guys I grew up with. We wrestled together, wrestling teams. We wrestled all through, just wrestled, did everything, rode bikes, everything together. We don't even talk every day. You know what I'm saying? My G.I. Joe buddies, man, we talk every day. It might just be, and these is guys that, I met on Facebook. They just checking on you, man. I know you were sick yesterday. You good today, man? I'm just making sure you straight. We're going to get together, man. And that's it.
That's it.
And then sometimes we get on the phone, 3-hour conversations, 4-hour conversations. Or my buddy right now, he's working nights. Ken working nights doing a service, and he's driving. I'm on the phone with him while he's driving. He's driving. I'm painting toys. My other partner, Rashad, he writes at night. I'm on the phone with him talking. And these guys is friends for life, man. Like I can see that. And
awesome.
and when you get locked in like that, I know exactly what you're saying. And it's through action figures, man.
It's
crazy. It's very crazy. Yeah, I made it. Okay, if you could design, I like backstories. You know that if you could design your own action figure, what would his backstory be? Because I'm a backstory fanatic.
Oh man, that's a good question. I wasn't expecting that. All right, his backstory would be. All right, now I kind of did it. I'm working on. It's another guy I met through YouTube. His name is Evil Dookie, and he does a lot with the Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, I like Evil Dookie.
And Dreadnoughts is one of my favorite sub themes. And my guy, I'm a member of a motorcycle club called the Rough Riders. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's the largest motorcycle club in the world, motorcycle organization in the world. And his backstory would be that my action figure that you have, I'm getting to hopefully get a vest made for him. That he was a Rough Rider, and he's just out. He's a Rough Rider, president of Rough Riders, and he gets out blessing the community. That's deep as I can go right now because that was a question I wasn't expecting.
Well,
that's a great one though, but that is what I'm looking for though.
But yeah, Evil Dookie does great work. I'm gonna get with him. I did Dreadnoughts. I was a big Dreadnought fan. Like I said, I got 50 of them in 3 3/4 over there. So I was making all kinds of customs. And I got out of the Dreadnoughts and started making, my Maroons got real big in my line. And I make custom back G.I. Joe figures here and there. But Evil Dookie does so much good Dreadnought stuff. I'm making a Dreadnought. I'm gonna see you some pictures tonight. And I'm working on a Dreadnought, and I'm gonna call him up. When I finish the Dreadnought, I'm gonna send it to him. and I'm gonna ask him to make me a bike for it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I'm doing. Having make me a
Cool
bike too. And I
stuff.
knew when I seen his first video, when I seen his first thing,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh yeah, he was in a bike club because the stuff that he
yeah,
had set up. You have to be in a club. You have to be on the set to know those details that he put into his dioramas. And soon
yeah.
as I
He's
seen that,
good,
man.
real good.
And one thing people don't know about bike clubs, like there's just like in GI Joe, there's people of all walks of life in those clubs. It's a sense of brotherhood, a sense of belonging. It's a sense of friendship. My bike club members are some of my closest family members. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Just that brought us together. Like I got some friends in football. Like two of my best friends is Anthony Spice Adams. He's a comedian on social media, be on commercial and everything. Another one is Brian Johnson. Anthony Adams from Detroit, Michigan. Brian Johnson from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm from North Philadelphia. We met at Penn State, and we've been locked in at each other's weddings, at each other's kids being born since we met in 1998. As freshmen. So and you just finally God put these people in your life as you grow and like just watching the stuff that he does with the drug nothing. I knew he's a bike club member. I knew he was in the club, and he
Yeah,
actually had a video where he talked about it. I'm like, I knew it without even knowing who he was or ever seen his face. I knew he was a club member just by But he's a 3-pack. I wasn't there. I'm not a 1%. We just a rough riders worldwide.
Spice Adams. When Spice Adams plays that like an uncle character.
Yeah, man, that's my dog, man.
He plays that character, and I sent him a message years ago and a picture of my uncle. He acts exactly like my uncle. He never got back with me about it.
I'm gonna make sure he get back with you. I promise you he'll get back with you. I'm gonna hit him up. That's my dog. Spice
That was
been doing
years
those
ago.
characters.
I got an uncle that acts just like that.
Listen,
character.
Spice was doing those characters when we were in college. Y'all, like the stuff y'all seeing now is nothing. This is not even tip of the iceberg. The stuff that this man has been. I was a recorder. I was a camera guy. I recorded everything we did. So a lot of my videos you see every now and again. I'll pop an old family video up. Because I record everything. And my YouTube page, just gonna have my GI Joe, is gonna have everything that I do. It's on my phone or in my camera reel. It's gonna be up there at some point. But Spice is naturally funny. It's such a blessing to watch him live in the light that God made him to be, because people don't know that Spice played 9 years in the National Football League. He was a nose guard. He's one of the shortest nose tackles to play football for Chicago Bears and 49ers. He got drafted in the second round by the 49ers. A lot of these kids now say, oh, I know Spice Adams. I'm like, Spice played football right in the league. They had no idea that the man was a football player because he's just so silly on social media and on TV.
Yeah. Looking at, you already said it, but looking ahead of time, what do you want your collection? What do you want to leave back as a legacy for your collection and your coaching career?
So here's things like start looking in about what I want to do for my name.
Yeah.
It was a point in time in my life where I used to be ashamed of my name, Gus. I remember getting in fights up. People say Gus on the bus. They used to make rhymes when I was a kid, like in 4th or 5th grade. And I'm not the oldest, so I now look at it like my name was blessed upon me by my grandfather. So I have a few degrees. I don't want to keep talking about, I'm finishing up my doctoral degree right now at University of Nebraska. All my degrees are paid for, but my name I will not put anything in front of it. No one calls me coach. Some people everybody calls me Gus. Every now and again, everyone calls me Bigdawg. That's the name I got when I was playing high school ball. And this is my Rough Rider name as well. But my name, Gus Felder, means a lot to me. So the legacy I'm leaving behind that in football and in the world is the work that I've done. So when you walk away and somebody say, hey, Gus Felder, I care about what you're going to say. When my grandsons are growing up, when God calls me home, I can't wait for the moment where someone like Lonzo runs to one of my grandkids, like, man, your grandfather, and the conversation you guys are going to have and how you're going to treat him because of the relationship that we have. I think that goes a long way. Now, these GI Joes, this is plastic, it'll be away, but my grandson already knows all this is his. He already know it. I tell him right now, I'm teaching him how to take care of it. I'm teaching him how to be attention to detail, the stuff that he's doing, and those things that go with him in life. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you can take your time now as a 4-year-old and take your time and open a package up and put the package back in the box nice and neat and save for later and learn how to preserve stuff, how you do anything is how you do everything. Just imagine him going off to work and how detailed he'll be at his work, how detailed he'll be at his life, how detailed he'll be at his marriage, how detailed he'll be just in general. So it's that deep for me. I know I went off the rocket with that one. It's that deep.
No, that's
I
what this is
mean
about.
everything I say. And
Yeah, no, that's what
my
this is
name,
about. Get it all. Hey,
yeah, oh yeah.
I already know it's gonna be at least be an hour and a half, man. You know, that's
Yeah,
how
man.
good interview. I like the way you interview. You interview real good, man. You break it down real good. And I could tell you're a teacher by the way you explain things. You dropping some gems in there. You teaching some lessons. When I started, I just didn't want to be one of those guys. You could tell I make videos sometimes just talking about situations and stuff. I don't want to be one of those guys just toys all the time. No, you're gonna get some toys. You're gonna get some good toys, but it's gonna be a lesson somewhere in there. And that's what this is about. I like the way you interview because it's not gonna be toys is great. Like I said, they're just plastic, but you'll be surprised of stuff. I got an interview coming up of stuff that I learned from Megatron. I interviewed him, man. I learned a lot from him in that interview, and I'm learning a lot from you too. And that's what this is about, man. You know, I'm 43 years old. And I'm still learning, man, from people.
You never stop. We stop learning on the day we die. I will always read. I will always get an education. I'm a high school dropout that went to Job Corps, went back to high school. Now I have 3 degrees from Penn State, and I have a doctoral degree. I'll finish up here this May here from University of Nebraska, all paid for through the game of football.
That's crazy. See, I didn't.
So we never stop learning.
See, with football, I'm from Chicago, and they play football up there, but I like football. I like the Bears. I'm from Chicago. I did all the Bears, G.I. Joe figures. Because as a kid, they gave us the fridge, and being from Chicago, I think they should have paid me. I got me a Walter Payton.
You got paid. You got yours is best.
And my buddy, me and him had a conversation. I think I made a video. He was like, if you had to get rid of all your G.I. Joe figures, what would it be? And I said, what one would you keep? And I said, I'll keep my Walter Payton. And he said, you would figure yourself? And I'm like, well, I didn't think of that. But the first thing came to my mind, my Walter Payton, is a backstory about that. We were talking when I was a kid. We was going through some tough times, and we went to the rag store. That's like when you buy clothes from by the pound. We needed some coats. We was in Chicago. We needed some coats, and the way you buy clothes from the pound by the pound, if you all don't know, it's called the rag store. So we went in there, man. We were looking for clothes. We were looking for coats at the time. Couldn't find no coats. I found me a Walter Payton jersey, right? Hey, man, I wore that jersey till it just turned to nothing. As a little kid. And to this day, that jersey and that Walter Payton figure, it means so much because from a childhood. Most of this, all this stuff is going to reflect on something that happened to you in your childhood, whether good or bad. It's going to reflect on it, man. A lot of people I talked to interviewed. Me interviewing you're just chopping it up. When I was a kid, under the Bigdawg, this is before they had like shelters and all this stuff. They had like a homeless town like compound, and this is before DHS was out like they would. They actually had families down there. My dad would walk us down there. We would have to talk to these people. Now, my dad was actually interviewing these people, and I didn't like it, man. I used to be like, man, I don't want to be over here. I don't want nobody see me over here. I don't want my friends catch me over here. And he was actually talking to these folks, interviewing these folks. And just like we were saying what our dad did, so I always want to interview people. And then I just, just do it to the side. And then when Savage interviewed me, it just all that stuff just came back to me. And I said, man, I need to start interviewing.
Yeah, man, you're doing a great look. And I remember I wrote you and told you, I said, man, keep them coming. Keep you wrote.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, keep it going because it's needed.
Yeah, right. Okay, when you hold an action figure in your hand, you hold one in your hand. What's going through your mind? Like, what point in your life do you reflect on when you're holding that action figure in your hand? What point in your life do you reflect it on?
When
I want a story.
I got you, man. I have 4 brothers, and my brothers, they know that this is my thing. That when my brother's right under me, he's going to come here and visit me. We're going to sit down like we're doing right now, and we're going to talk about our story with G.I. Joes. This was our childhood. This was the thing that we did. When they would make me mad, they would hide them. They would twist them until the rubber band pop. You know what I'm saying? I had to try to go fix them. This when I hold it in my hand, it takes me back. And I'm gonna say this right now, and it's not a sob story like that. I'm so proud of what I've been able to do with my life, what God, the blessings He has given me. But having all these GI Joes, there's a lot of them I couldn't get when I was little. There's a lot of them I never seen when I was little because I always when I would go towards the restaurant, I would see them in the toy store and I would just look at them and wish I had it, and think about it. Back then they were $2.
Yeah.
They were $2. You know what I'm saying? And we just couldn't get them. So now when I'm holding these things in my hand, I'm explaining to my grandson, you understand, like when I show him Zartan and certain figures I have in a little road pig. That was my favorite. That was my favorite GI Joe because he was just so muscular and he was big. I could make him wrestle with the guy. My brother and I would sit out before TGI Friday. We would sit on the floor and we would just play with our GI Joes before TGI Friday would come on. That's so Thanksgiving Friday. That's back in the day when ABC. I think it was ABC when I had all those shows on. We would sit there and we'll play with our GI Joes. Anything I had, we would take the GI Joe. Growing up in the hood, you couldn't take no one bath. That water ran, and everybody took a bath in that water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So I'm saying, so we got the GI Joes in the tub. So when I'm holding them, it's take me back to that time. It's so proud for my wife that it takes me back to that. It takes me back to like my mom and dad split up when we were little, but I got to see my dad because he would just bring a bunch of GI Joes over for me and building those. I remember when I had the big old boat. What's the big boat with the hovercraft looking boat? I can't think of the name of it. The whale.
Yeah, the
man,
whale.
When I got that, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I'm trying to find a whale right now. I'm going to get one. I'm going to find one at a good price. But when I get that whale, that's the last Christmas G.I. Joe gift that I got from my dad. And you know what I'm saying? So, like, we don't think about this stuff going to be collectibles back there. Not where we from.
Boy,
so
man, it's so sentimental, man. It's so sentimental. I know it. You gonna get the big whale, the 6-inch?
I'm getting the big one. I had the big one. That was the biggest GI Joe set I had.
You want to get a 6-inch 3D printed whale, or you want to get?
No. I'm gonna go get that's the one thing I'm going to get from the Real American Hero line. I'm gonna get that right. I'm not gonna get it yet. If it comes out with it, if somebody do one, if it comes out with it, come out with classified. I got another video coming out soon for Budo. I got the whole judo set, 6-inch classified 3D printed set. I got. It's gonna be a nice one. It's gonna be a nice video I put out there. Me and my grandson.
Talking about the whale. Do you think Hasbro will make that whale as a? Do you think they're ever gonna make it?
I think I would like them to.
The HasLab.
I think they should. Here's where I'm at right now with the way. From what I'm learning, what I'm seeing around, the GI Joe community is so big. It's bigger than I thought. It's bigger than I imagined. Mm-hmm. I think if they really want to keep that thing going and not switch to another line like they had to do over the years, keep switching from line to line, they can take this 6-inch classified series and outdo Star Wars. Right now, it's still the G.I. Joe classified, the details that's putting into them. They got to hire a guy like you to put you in their staff to give them some of the ideas they're not thinking of. They should make every single thing that they did in the Real American Hero. They should do every single thing and keep creating more characters because it's big. It's bigger than I thought. It's so huge, and it's a big market for it. It's the big community for it. So I would like for them to do it, and I think they should do every single one, redo all of them, because the Real American Hero, yes, they're retro, but you can't do anything with them. You can't. You worry about breaking the thumbs. You worry about popping the rubber band. You worry about the heel breaking off when you put them on a stand. So, like, be done with that and just classify things. The details that they put into these figures' faces, the details that go into these things, man, like the glasses coming off and the tattoos, like they redid some of these figures, like the clips coming out of the guns and the holsters. It's like it's crazy.
You haven't dived into that 3D printing stuff yet?
No, I haven't. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I got some guys that do some stuff for me for free, but no, I never. I almost made a desk over here. I can't show you to start doing some diorama. I said, no, I'll leave that for the professionals. I'll just find somebody and make me make me something.
Yeah, you see it on the floor. They got me loaded down with diorama commission right now. So I won't be doing no figures for probably 3 weeks. But all that stuff right there on the floor is all diorama commission stuff.
That stuff is fire.
Here's a one that I'm going to film. I'm going to finish filming. Here's one that it's not nowhere near done, but it's got the base coats and a few highlights on it. And I'm working on it. And I got tons of stuff like that.
If you're good at something, be great at it. I'm gonna go.
I'm
gonna be great at it. I'm gonna come to the best. I'm not gonna go try to why waste my time?
I've always said whenever you do something, gotta strive to be the best, man. I mean, I wrestled. This is backstory. When I wrestled my freshman year, I lost every single match because I didn't take it serious. I was a kid going to practice, playing around, but I was getting humiliated, and I didn't like the way that felt. My sophomore year, I started practicing a little more, taking it a little seriouser. My junior year, I started practicing even more, and by my senior year, man, I was what I said, I was a stud.
That's it.
But I would work for me, and I just told my buddy about this because he's a wrestling coach. I had to practice at least 2 to 3 times a day. That made me a better wrestler. And I was trust me, I was real good. And that made me a better wrestler, wrestling, practicing more, practice. Some people could practice once a day, but then once a day wasn't doing that 3 times, twice and 3 times a day was giving me that punch that I really desired.
You found your niche and you're persistent at it. That's what you got to do.
And I'm gonna tell you something about coaching. My wrestling coach told me something. How the coaches talk to the kids, and he told us, he said, "You guys, you guys need to be like Aaron and be a finisher. Aaron's a finisher." And I took that, man, when he said I've finished everything I ever done in life. I was a finisher. Just because that man said that to me. You know how the coach talked to the whole team, and he'll point you out. He was like, you guys,
motivation for you.
Yeah, once I used to get a guy down, I would finish him, man. I would finish him, and I was a finisher. And when he told me that, I swear, from that point in my life, I've always been a finisher. Whatever I've done, I've peaked to go to the highest level of it.
Yeah, as you should. As you should.
Crazy.
That's right. Yeah, man.
That's crazy you said that, man. All right, if you have an interesting life, man. I had to do some.
I appreciate it.
You interview somebody, you have to research the person a little bit, and you have a real interesting life. If your life was a G.I. Joe mission or episode, what would it be called?
Man.
I got you with that when I say
that's another great one, man. You said you had some great questions. I got to think on that one. Let me see. That's a great question. Oh man.
You're a writer, so I know you're gonna come with a meme.
Yeah, I know. I like to think about what I'm doing.
I know you got a meme title.
Oh man. You got me. I don't know. I got to think of something, man. That's pretty good. I got to think about my whole life. It's just
Well, I got another. I'll let you think about.
Let me come back to that one. What I'll do is for that one, I'll think about that one, and I'll write that in the comments of this video, and everybody will I'll put that in. I promise you, I will put that in the comments. Let me think. That's a good one, man, because I've been a lot, man.
Yeah, I know it. And
I look at my life. It's just
your life.
Here you go. I'm ready for it. I got you. And people know me. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Y'all know who I am. And it's the real deal, because every book I write, I got scripture in it, and I'm talking about. And here it is. One thing I look at what I'm doing: passion for purpose, building God's kingdom. So however you want to put that in there, that's what's going to do. So everything I did is to give back to somebody else to build God's kingdom how he wanted it. So if you don't like that, then that's on you. That's what it is.
So all the stuff you've been done, like doing now, because you're doing a lot. And I'm gonna tell you, man, mentoring and dealing with people is a heavy load, man.
Oh yeah.
One point I was dealing with a lot of people doing some mentoring. Man, that was a heavy load on me, man. I used to have to just give it all to somebody else. Carrying all them folks' stuff, man, and you have to drop that off on. So it's like, when I used to work out, I remember squatting. I used to didn't like it, but everybody got to squat. And then when you re-rack it, put it on that rack, and oh, man, that was woo. And how do you balance all that stuff, man? How do you balance your life, man?
It's like I just said in that title, man. It's once you find your purpose in life, it's not work. It does become a passion. And I tell us every day, like, I can't complain about something I prayed for. I prayed to be a blessing. I prayed to be like my high school football coach. I prayed to give young men a ear to listen to when I didn't have it when I was growing up. You see what I'm saying? So I can't complain about so how you balance it. I don't, and this is the great question. Look back at everything, all the videos you watched and you probably watched and stuff you read about me. For us, we were just taking one day at a time. We were just living in that day, living in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And embracing and loving it. This is not no speech. This is not a interview question. This is real life for Gus Felder. And I challenge you to go just type, not to brag and like this. Please, if you want to learn something, type my name in any Google search engine or any YouTube page, and you'll get a bunch of these interviews and you'll hear me say the same thing. Once you find your passion, and you get to live in it every single day, it's a blessing. I cannot complain about something I pray for. I embrace the fact that like DJ Moore called me when he's feeling bad, or get invited to his funeral, his grandmother's funeral, or when Robbie Anderson calls me. I'm not named, I'm just saying, like when they call me at their most vulnerable moment and they put that on me to listen to. They could have called anybody in the world, but something in their heart put them in to call me, or something I've done in their presence or past to make them want to call me. So I have to embrace it. I have to enjoy it. I have to take it in, because this is what I prayed for. I actually prayed for these moments to have, and I'm living it. So it's not a heavy burden. Some days I'm here. There's some days like I'll come home and it's harder than others, because not hard. It's just I'm like, man, why are these people? Everybody needs me. Everybody wants me. Everybody needs something from me. And I said, I'm sorry, Lord, because I prayed for this. I'm that person that he put. I'm not that person for everybody, but I'm that person for the people that he put in my life that needs me and want to be there. So it's not. Some days is more overwhelming than others, but it's not hard, because at the end of the day, this is what God wanted me to be doing, and I'm not here. And I'm never going to stop talking about the Lord. I don't care what anybody say. I'm never going to stop praising God. I'm always going to praise him. I'm always going to do it because of the life that he's given me, and everything that he's given my life. Sometimes we buy stuff. You probably got a bunch of clothes and shoes somewhere that you'll never wear, but one day you're going to bless somebody with those shoes, because when you got them, God had it. He had a plan for who that stuff belonged to. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a plan for it. Like the stuff I sent you, it wasn't. You don't know what it is, but I grabbed it. I got it, but I knew it wasn't for me to have. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm not upset about it. I'm not complaining about it. It's a blessing. And I embrace it. So every day we can live one day at a time. Like my wife and I've been together since we were 16. We've been married for 26 years. She's an Italian girl. I'm a black dude from North Philly. We got, some great kids and grandkids. And I had custody of my younger brother when I was in college. It wasn't a hard time for us. It's just what it was. Like looking back, like we were the house in Philadelphia that everybody went to. My mom, everybody knew Miss B, everybody knew Miss Barb. She was the toughest person in the world, my biggest motivator in the world, and she raised all boys. And looking back at the time, the little bit GI Joes I had, we felt like we were fulfilled. We felt like we had everything. Now as an adult, I look back and what my mom did and what my dad tried to do, that's a lot of work. We didn't have everything, but they gave us a comfortable home to live in without complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? So I watched my mom take crackheads and feed them. I watched my mom walk down the street and clean people's noses and keep on walking like. So I'm living in my purpose, and I don't have any complaints about it. It is what it is. Whatever God gives me, I'm ready for it, because he gives it to me because he got me ready for it in the past. Whatever we're going through now is God getting us ready for what's next. So,
you dropped some good gems. You're right, because I've had, just like everybody in this world, I've had some ups, some downs, some ups and downs. But I've had more. I'm not finna trauma bunch. I've had more ups and downs.
100%. We here. Look where we at.
Yeah, I've had more ups. I've had some. I've been bumped. I'm not gonna even say that. I've been bumped. Life gonna throw you. I've been bumped, always just get right back in the groove, man. I'm having fun. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Since I've gotten older, like now, I'm having more fun now than I was when I was almost a kid. I don't even know why.
We're in our 40s, man. Most people don't make it that age. It ain't no solid. We're in our 40s.
Friends that didn't make it that age.
They ain't make it. We sitting here talking about these toys that call anywhere from $20 to $30 a pop. You see what I'm saying? So we're blessed. We're up. We're breathing.
And I'm having fun just being creative, man. I got the only thing I'm upset about right now, I ain't got one of them cheers like y'all got. Everybody got
man, look, man. We gotta find
my son for to give me one. I told my son, hey, man, can you give me one of them cheers, man? Because he was like, because he's got one. I said, I need to get one because everybody, and I see, because I did an interview the other day. I was up to 4 o'clock in the morning doing this interview, man. And I was in the stool. I couldn't get comfortable, man. I'm gonna drop the interview probably today, but I couldn't get comfortable because
Get you
the
a chair,
stool, and I
man.
see everybody's got them chairs, and I got to get one. You know what I'm saying?
Get you
But I
a
thought
chair.
it would be a good idea to have the stool, and you can get the whole, feeling of the back. It's not working too good with the interviews because, but that's good, man. I definitely enjoyed talking to you. You answered some good questions, man. You give some pretty good straight shots. You said you had some questions for me, man.
Yeah, you asked me, you know what? As we were talking, Lonzo, you answered every single one of them, big dog. Like it was just a conversation.
Because I cut it short on the question. I said, well, I don't want to just overwhelm them with mine.
No,
I was gonna leave you in space. But
I appreciate you. I want to shout you out, man. I appreciate you creating this platform.
Oh yeah,
and creating this space. I remember you talking about doing it a while back, and you kept in your back, and you got it.
Well, since I know you mentor, you can give me a therapy. So I need some mentor. I'm going through an issue, right? Ain't no financial nothing like that. Thank God. Yeah. But and this could be on the air and people can hear this. I'm having this issue, right? I work 2 jobs. My first job can handle all my bills and live perfectly fine. But I got this second job. I work at Walmart. Now, I started working at Walmart as a joke. Like I could work here, get some toys and some figures, but I'm a people person. And I started liking the people that I work around, and we got cool. But I was thinking like, hey, I can get a up on these figures because if I work at Walmart, I can get up, go in the back, get what I want, and I won't have to wait or whatever. So I've been working there. What should have been a song ended up being 10 years. I've been there 10 years. Really don't need the money, but I do like the little money they give me because, whatever. I got my own business doing dioramas, figures, and all this stuff, and money's not no big issue like that. And I cannot find the gears to quit Walmart and just go completely. I'm not gonna quit my machine job. I like it too much, but go completely full time doing action figures. And I make enough money to do it, but I just cannot not quit that Walmart job. It's like I just can't. It's something there. It's like a wall. And I'm gonna
for you. I got something for you. And that wall is, I don't want you to answer this right now. I don't want you to answer this at all. And anybody that's listening is watching this. If you're dealing with something that we have the answers. If you're dealing with something you're unsure of, I want you to really take this time. You answer this question. All right. And don't answer right now. Write it down somewhere. Answer to yourself. You said it's a wall. What's holding you back? You know the answer. No one else in the world knows that. I don't have the answer to that. I don't know all the intricate details of your life. And this is a serious question. Anytime I'm faced with a dilemma or a decision I got to make. Here it is. You see my YouTube page just picked back up. And I had to ask myself, why am I not posting these videos? Why am I not entertaining or communicating with the YouTube world? I knew the answer to that. Only I did. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking you, 10 years, 12 years, you have a blessing right there. And right now, it's like you're blocking your blessing because you don't have the time you need to have to get into that. And most of us are scared to step out in our faith. Write it down, pray about it, and you're going to find your answer. But you know the answers right now. And this is not to hurry up and stop the questions. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no miracle answer. And at the end of the day, Alonzo, you have that answer. You said it's a block. It's a block. No, it's not a block. You know what it is to stop me from getting it done. And you have the answer. And ask yourself, write it down. What's stopping me from doing that? I believe in pros and cons lists. I'm writing lists out. You know what I'm saying? So, and you have to write out and see it on paper and say it out loud to yourself. And what's stopping you? What's holding you back? Biggest thing will stop me from doing these videos. I'm like, man, I'm doing these videos. I'm an administrator. Should I be doing these things? Like, yes, it's a blessing to people. Yeah, I was holding myself back. Like I watched Luke Nichols on YouTube record his family vacations year after year, and now he's what about money? He's doing what everybody do. Everybody vacations. Everybody vacations. Only he did, he recorded it and put it out there. And look what it did to his life.
Yeah, crazy.
Kai Cenat, he just recorded himself playing the game, being himself. There's a market out there for it. You have a talent out there, and you're stopping yourself from getting it. No one else has the answer. Not Walmart, not your wife. She's going to be a decision maker in it. Not your machine job. You have the answer to that. And I want you to write it out. Seriously, take this advice. Find you a notebook. I got plenty of you to send you one, and write that thing on the top. What's stopping me from going full time and being a custom figure maker? What's stopping me? And you write and write down what you think. Write down everything you think that's stopping you, and say it out loud. See if it makes any sense to you.
All right.
Seriously. And let me
No,
and I
I'm
watch
serious.
it work. And that's a great question to ask yourself. Why not? Why not? Why not do both? Why not find? Like I said, it goes back to scheduling. I'm a big scheduler. I'm a big time management guy. You can find time in the day. You spend an hour a night dedicating yourself to your craft. In an hour, Amazon will start in the garage. Apple computer will start in the garage. Microsoft will start in the garage. I have a cigar line. I never talk about stuff that I do. I dive into everything, every opportunity, and every provision that God gives me. I take advantage of it. I was going out buying cigars, loving cigars, and I went to Nicaragua. The only place I've been in the country was Nicaragua. I got in contact with the right people, and I asked the question, hey, how can I start my own cigar? I was afraid to ask that for 3 years. How can I make my own cigar? Because we were waiting for you to ask that. Sat down with some, Rick Raw, all these people, and I have my own cigar line since 2015. I don't brag about it, I don't talk about it. I have my newest book just got published. This book right here was published in July of 2025. I wrote this book in 2021. What stopped me from putting it out? I was like, man, people want to read my stuff. Crushing it, selling copies. Every athlete that I involve with, I do a Proverbs challenge. I talk about teaching them how to read the Bible. That's one of the first things. Hey, how do you read the Bible? What do you do to read the Bible? I talk about the Proverbs challenge. And this right here I put this together, I think 2016, University of Miami. I didn't release this until June, this past June. What was holding me back? Me, my own thoughts, my own fears that I had, or what everybody was going to think. And I hear I'm the man. I don't care what nobody thinks. I'm holding yourself back, Bigdawg. And it's been a blessing to others because these books have reached a lot of people, blessed a lot of people. Maryland basketball, Arizona State basketball, Penn State football. I'm talking about teams buying them and giving to their athletes, and they're writing me and talking about, hey, Gus, I went through the same thing. Thank you for that. It's just a blessing. And I was holding this back. I was holding myself back.
Sometimes just you saying that, man, that might not have been for me. Somebody else listen to this. 90% of the time, somebody listening to this is going through the same thing. So you probably helped 1,000 people.
100%. That's it. And I stand on that. Go watch any interview with Gus Felder, and you'll see me saying the same thing on it, because I truly believe in that. And I had to tell myself these things. Even I give the advice out sometimes. The best thing, we got to take our own advice. We have to do it ourselves. And the stuff I write in these books, I just started working out again. I did strong man. I lift a lot of weights. I felt like, I don't have to do it anymore. No, I can't write about it and not do it. I can't write about it and not do it. That's a hypocrite. I'll never want to be here. My word is all I got, and can't nobody take it away from me but God. So I'm telling you, if you have you have a talent, you have something that's there that a lot of people can't do. The stuff that you come up in your mind is created. You got, you're probably an artist, you can sketch. Like, you're holding yourself back if you're not really tapping into that. You're holding yourself back. You probably got a lot of customers coming, but you're holding yourself back, and you probably give a lot of stuff away because you're a nice guy, can see your heart. You probably just giving stuff away. No, man, it's the market out there for it, because Joe out there getting it, Tom out there getting that money, and ain't thinking nothing about it. So you answer yourself that question, really take some time and say, what's stopping me? Why not? Why not? And what's stopping me from doing what you want to do? If you feel like that Walmart job is in your way, talk it over with your wife. Make sure your home is safe, home is good, and then that's when you got to have passive income, and you have the stuff to get it done. That's going to start it off. It's investing in yourself.
Yeah,
I won't bet on myself or anybody else.
I think somebody was saying that your first year of any company you start is the hardest year. My first year was immaculate. I mean, I have a YouTube video to prove it.
Yeah.
My first year was a blast, and it's good this year.
I didn't gave away. I had to flood the streets with cigars because I'm a black man in a different industry, man. I had to give away. I gave away cigars from 2015 to 2017, giving away, building the brand, building the market. Now, shoot, I can't keep up with it. It's a blessing.
Yeah. That's how it was my first year. And I'm always creating something. Like, this fell off, but I'm gonna glue it back on. I knocked it off yesterday. Like, everybody's doing those turntables. So, those turntables.
Oh, yeah.
So
my laptop's in one right now.
Yeah, I'm working on. So just having your figure on the turntable by itself, naked.
Yeah.
Why not have it on the diorama and you can spin it on this? And then I got peg holes in there to stand your figure on. So you can put your whole team on there, and it spins around your whole team.
Get you an LLC set up, get your stuff branded, It
Yeah,
don't cost you. Get all that stuff done and lock your patting your stuff down for yourself because you show all these things. Somebody gonna steal your idea and they're gonna go get it done. We can
yeah,
talk offline, man. I got something we can get you connected with. Won't charge you a dime. Get yourself ready to go, man. You gotta protect your assets. And you just showed one that's a brilliant idea, and somebody gonna try to steal your idea, man. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first on this on Lonzo show. That's his patent, man. You gotta go get it because somebody gonna steal it, man. Like I watch Lego creators like this one little lady, man, started off, her and her husband were living in out of their car. You know, she over year after year, she made this little Lego stand where she can build on her lap. Now that thing is selling worldwide. She made it in her garage. She watched herself make it now. They're selling everywhere. Everywhere. Because she bet on herself. They were homeless living in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like it's another Lego guy, Brixie, who started in his basement. Now he's one of the biggest ambassadors in Lego. Another young man, Ryan, he's a kid, Ryan M&R, a young kid. He's doing Lego videos. Now he's a grown man, sponsored by, has his own toy store, one of the biggest toy stores in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So go get it, man. You young, you ain't never too late. Shoot, you never see. Look, shoot. KFC was in his 60s when he dropped that recipe out.
That's crazy. Yeah, like you said, I can go all day. It's not just like G.I. Joe. Like I got so much, and like right, it's something there. And I think I'm gonna just go on him. It's got to, sometimes people have hidden fear factors, unknowing.
Yeah, we all have.
Because you said something about Star Wars. I got custom Star Wars Mandalorians. It's crazy. I really haven't even showed that stuff. I got some figures in there. I could just pop it all night. If somebody just said, "Man, pop it," I could pop it for a whole year. Stuff that nobody's never seen is here.
You can start an online store right now. Go crazy.
Yeah,
go crazy with it right now. And I know some people that can talk you, won't charge you something, can tell you how to get it done. Shoot, AI to help you get it done. Chat GPT and stuff out there. We have the internet, man. We're in a world of creativity.
Yeah, I know it.
And evolving, and you have so many things back there. You can start a online store, and it just take care of itself. Boom. My daughters and my wife were shipping my cigars out for years. We were shipping ourselves. Ain't gotta do it no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's and you gotta ask yourself, what's stopping you, and why not? That's the best advice I can give you. So write it out, look at it, and then what's the thing? Be persistent at pursuing it. Be persistent at pursuing it. I'm telling you, and you'll have your own answer. You got them. You got the dream already, now you got to act on it. Stop showing everybody ideas, man. Go and get it. My man started a player development, national player development conference. Never been done before, and now we're going to our 4th year with an advisory board and everything. His name is Ed Jones. He's a young guy, so I think Ed's in his 30s. Got fired, didn't want to get fired anymore. Started, just kept working. Now we have a full advisory board, national player development conference that we do every year.
That's crazy.
So, it's a market for it.
That was good. That was a good one. Now, sometimes somebody needs to hear that too. It wasn't just me.
All of us, man. We can go get it. I sat in these books, man. I sat in this information. I sat in this stuff for so long, man. I done met John Gordon. I done met John Maxwell. Ben Newman, national writer and motivational speaker, did the forward in my book and signed me to his speaking team. And I'm holding this stuff in. And I just met him a few months ago. Like you see what I'm saying? And I have all these. They said, Gus, put them out. What are you holding on to him for? It's God's will and God's purpose for you to share his word and build his kingdom. And I'm holding. I got more. I guess I'm gonna schedule them out. But we sit back, we hold this stuff in, and we're, and I'm reading everybody else's book. I love Stoic philosophy, but most historians, when they write about Stoic philosophies, they tell other people's stories. In all my books, I tell my real life stories and how to make those, Stoic philosophy, those quotes and the Bible scriptures work, and how you can understand and read them better through my own personal lived stories, not someone else's. And my pastor said to me, Gus, make sure you're the one. He told everybody, who's going to tell your story, you or somebody else? So I'm telling my own story.
That's what's up. All right. Before we wrap this thing up, I'd like to ask everybody one last question.
Yes.
What was your favorite struggle meal as a kid?
Yes, sir. All right. So hot dogs and ooza noodles. Must have been a Philly thing, because that's I still eat it today. My kids get mad at me. I know how we would blush tremendously. They want to go out and do all this. I'm going to make me some noodles, top ramen. I don't want the other one. I want top ramen, and I can cut some noodles, fry some spam, and then chop it up in there, man. That's my deal, 100%.
It's crazy, man.
100% to this day. I'll show you I'll go on my page and take a picture of it and post it into this thing and show you all my. Here's the difference from my spam selection now, though. When I make noodles now, I can drop hot dogs in there, shrimp. But my spam, I order it now. My spam is shipped in. I got different flavors of spam. I don't just get the regular old spam. I got flavors of it.
That's cool, man. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up, man. Anything you want to tell to the people?
Hey, be you. Live for yourself. Live life. Have fun. And enjoy it, man. It's a blessing to be here. Go be a blessing to somebody.
Oh yeah, I had said that on the interview. You got to be yourself, man. Don't try to mimic and be somebody else. Because be yourself, man. To spin it back all the way, bring it back. When I was a kid, making me think when you said that. When I was a kid, I never, I grew up in the '90s. You know what they was doing, and I ain't no need to break it down. Same stuff they were doing in Philly, they were doing in Chicago.
Yep.
Moms wasn't going for that.
Yeah.
Pops wasn't going for it, and moms wasn't going for it. So moms definitely wasn't going for it, trust me. So I was different because I couldn't get off into that, So I dove into the bikes and I was breeding dogs. I did that forever. And did the BMX bikes thing and the action figure thing. So I've always been a little different because I didn't go through that path. Like some of my friends played football. I wrestled, you know what I'm saying? And I always been myself. Even to this day, like I make my own clothes. I don't wear everything everybody else wear now. Like I was
so much, man. You got so much, big dog. You can do a lot with all that, man.
Yeah. Because and with the man wear my own clothes stuff, I just couldn't find nothing to match my shoes. I just couldn't, man. And then I started saying, hey, why am I wearing this stuff? And I like doing this stuff. Let me wear what I like doing. And the people to seize the stuff, and this is custom. These are my custom.
You are a brand, man. You can put them on the table at any G.I. Joe conference, any toy conference. You will not leave there with those shirts. You will sell every single one of them out. I promise you.
Yeah. We don't have to do that, man. Because next question I'm gonna start asking people too. Are you going to Joe Fest this year?
Yes, I am. This is my first time going to Joe Fest. Like I said, I was out of the loop. I didn't know about it. I went to every Lego conference you could think of. I will be at Joe Fest. You guys will meet Bigdawg. You will see me in person. I love everybody. I talk to everybody. Don't take my comments for weakness though. But one thing I did notice, a lot of these guys in this G.I. Joe world got some they little ego too. I wrote some people they ain't write back yet. Like come on, it ain't that big of a deal. I'm just reaching out and say hello. You ain't that guy.
That's the next question I'm asking everybody to make it to. They going to Joe Fest. That's the new one I get started asking people because what I'm doing now, I never did think I would be doing it. So I'll be there this year. I'm going this year for sure. And I wish I had, because I got enough stuff because I've been watching some of the Joe Fest videos.
Yeah.
And it looked like it's a lot of fun. And I saw this one dude doing dioramas. And I said, man, I wish I could do it. Because I have a crazy diorama style that's different from anybody else's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would have liked to go down there and done that.
Bro, just email them and tell me you want to be a vendor.
Yeah.
They want people to fill it out. You have a name in this community, big dog. Listen to me. Your name was sent to me by everybody I knew from all over the walk. So you're in Chicago. I thought you were down in Mississippi. Somewhere I know you was in Chicago. Your name was sent to me by multiple people. You've seen the feed. Even in my inbox, people send me your name. You have a name in this industry.
Yeah.
You can go there and set up, man. You would clean up. You got some $500 figures in there. You got some stuff like people. Listen to me, bro. They're gonna spend that money to get those figures you got. You might not want to get rid of them, but you will walk out of there. You need to email them.
I'm gonna go down to this time, scout it out, see how the vibe is. The next year, I'll probably for sure be there. But I'm just going to
get some cars made. Show your stuff. I'm telling you, everybody know who you are. Everybody know who you are, man. I'm telling you right now. So I'm real big in sports and athletic and mental health, stuff like that. So walk through the door. So many people act like I'm a fan of something. I'm a fan of G.I. Joe, but don't act like I'm just some peasant off the street when I'm reaching out to you. Not you. No, you're not you. It's some other people. Not you. You Evil Dookie, Same Time Toys, Man, y'all been outstanding, man. I'm talking about y'all act like y'all knew me for years.
I like you with Dookie. I said I got to get up. I'm gonna make this figure and I'm gonna send it to him and tell him to hook me up a motorcycle for it, and I'm gonna pay for it or whatever. Because I know and I'm gonna let it. Man, I'm telling you, when you give an artist freedom, it just you don't know what you're gonna get. Then I know if I give him artist freedom on a motorcycle, he probably go something bigger than what I even much can imagine.
Yeah. I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you so much. I thank you.
Oh, yeah, man. I could go all night talking.
Yeah. I want to apologize to everybody. I kept looking over here because my computer's here, but my camera's here. So everybody's watching this video.
No,
I'm not shy of the camera. I got my camera here. I got a camera here. I got my whole entire all my different camera angles here. I'm switching them, but I keep looking here because it's right in front of me. So watching the video, I apologize for that, man, and I appreciate everybody.
All right.
Thanks for having me, Bigdawg.
Anytime.